Welcome back. The recent crisis in Pakistan was triggered by a court ruling last month that banned opposition leader Nawaz Sharif from holding public office. President Asif Ali Zardari and his government could ask to review the ruling. If they do, Pakistan would continue to have a fairly stable coalition government for months, or possibly even a full term. On the other hand, if they don't, Nawaz Sharif isn't expected to take it lightly, and the coalition will collapse. The volatile political situation has forced the government's attention away from the instability in the tribal areas and a faltering economy. Well, still with us are our guests in Lahore, Rana Aftab Ahmad Khan, in New York, Rahel Dar, and in Washington, Shuja Nawaz. Mr. Nawaz, what sort of challenges will Iftikhar Mohammad Chaudhry face when he is sworn in as Chief Justice?
One, of course, is the very nature of the decision to reinstate him. If you see the details, it says that when the current Chief Justice, Mr. Dogar, retires on the 21st, then Chief Justice Iftikhar would take over. This is not a reinstatement so much as a succession, which in some ways cleverly legalizes the position of Mr. Dogar, who was clearly in the minds of most of the opposition as well as the People's Party in November 2008 was appointed illegally by General Musharraf.
So what are you saying, that this decision by Zardari is a symbolic move?
It's a move to protect Justice Dogar's decisions and his tenure, because Justice Dogar presided over many of the controversial decisions that allowed the Pakistan People's Party to come back into the political arena without any legal obstacles. And so in some ways, this is trying to set that in the past. The question now is whether Mr. Sharif is going to press for reopening those issues through the Chief Justice, or whether both sides are now going to show political maturity and look forward rather than backward, which is what is needed in Pakistan today.
Mr. Khan, what's your response to that? Are there fears that the judge might reopen corruption charges against President Asif Ali Zardari?
Well, first of all, I want to respond to his question that People's Party has never believed in all these things. They have always believed in supremacy of law and democracy. And for this democracy, a leader laid her life, and she knew that she is going to be killed in Pakistan, but still she came back to Pakistan for the sake of Pakistan, because Pakistan was in danger. We don't believe in wrong things. Mr. Zardari has always been asking for that free judiciary, independent judiciary.
Okay, but the only reason that Benazir Bhutto was able to return to the country was because Pervez Musharraf struck a deal with her that in effect allowed her to return and allowed her to stand for election. And there are those who say that that was an illegal move, and that Iftikhar Mohammad Chaudhry may have to address that when he is sworn in.
No, she came because the judges were there. This is what I say, we must believe in the judiciary. If some decisions comes in your favor, you say this is an independent judiciary. If something is wrong, they say this is not in their favor. Everybody should work in their own sphere, and we are ready to come up with all the changes coming up, but we will fight for the Pakistan. But we must know that this is not only Punjab. We have other three provinces who are looking towards all these issues. Our basic issues are at the moment is unemployment is there, inflation is there, then this is, this terrorism there. We have to resolve these issues. They are more important than all these things, because the country is passing through grave crisis, and what we got from the bag.
Let me put some of what you say then to Rahel Dar. Will there be reconciliation? Will President Zardari and Nawaz Sharif reach a deal? Will they put the interests of their people ahead of politics?
Well, before I answer that, but let me just make one comment. And I think I agree with Nawaz from Washington. It is sort of a payback to Justice Dogar, because just to give a sense of a feeling that he's being allowed to complete his tenure. And coming back to reconciliation, I think that's the need of the hour. I think Pakistan has to play a much larger role in the region. We cannot let Pakistan to destabilize. We'll have to look forward and not look backwards. We have to come forward and try to gap up the differences that we have. But at the same time, we have to say that the Supreme Court of Pakistan, under the Chief Justice of Pakistan, Justice Iftikhar Chaudhry, had made some decisions before on November 2nd. And those decisions, I think, I'm expecting it will be upheld. We're not going to contest anybody's legality or corruption charges. I think the time will settle its own time, and the cases will have to be taken up at their own merit.
Shuja Nawaz, do you believe that Zardari and Sharif can put their differences aside for the good of the country?
Absolutely. I think if they realize the critical need to get the economy stabilized, and also the need to fight militancy, which is now not just in Fatah but also in the settled areas of Pakistan, they can and they should. There's no other way. Also, the friends of Pakistan, whether in Washington or in other capitals, are waiting to see how the situation develops. This week, the United States is finalizing its strategic review of Afghanistan and Pakistan. Senator Kerry is getting ready to launch a 10-year legislation under the Kerry-Lugar bill to provide long-term assistance to the people of Pakistan. And next month, the IMF and the World Bank meetings will bring all the financiers together.
So still some serious challenges ahead. Mr. Khan, Pakistan is facing so many problems right now. The security situation in the country is deteriorating. The economy is in freefall. What do you say to critics who say that President Zardari has simply failed to address any of these issues properly? He's failed to improve the situation in the country.
Mayor, first of all, I must like to explain that on the 18th February after election, for the national reconciliation, we were able to form a government in Sindh, and we formed with MQM. Although we were quite opposed to each other, we just forgot all these differences, and in the interest of the country, we joined there. In the center, we joined with the JUI, with the PML, and with all ANP, so that there must be a national reconciliation effort.
Yes, but the power struggle with Nawaz Sharif continued, didn't it?
That is not the past struggle. It was just they had left this place, the government on their own. And even we were partners in the provincial coalition government in Punjab. And when the decision came of the court, we were quite disturbed over that. And it was the government who is going to go for a review. It's not they going, we are going, that they should stay back in this political field because they are political figures. But at the same time, nobody has a clear majority in Punjab. And naturally, two political parties have to join to form a government.
Okay, well, thank you very much indeed, our guests, for joining us in Washington, D.C., Shuja Nawaz, in New York, Rahel Dar, and in Lahore, Rana Aftab Ahmed Khan. And thank you so much for joining us here on this edition of Inside Story. We, of course, welcome your comments and suggestions. Email them to us at insidestory@aljazeera.net. Bye for now.